Does this fix the most annoying problem with your iPhone? Let's check it out. Apple did a lot right with the design of the iPhone, but there's something that happened along the way that's annoyed the heck out of millions of people, and that is the lack of a 3.5mm audio jack. So whether you have favorite headphones or speakers, or you wanted to plug it into your car, all of a sudden it became a real pain. So Apple knew that was an issue, and they included this. This is their Lightning to 3.5mm headphone jack adapter. The problem is the Apple version might be inexpensive to replace, but you do need to replace it because this is the cheapest piece of junk that I think Apple's ever shipped. I don't really understand why they have a cable that's so flimsy. But yeah, you can pick up another one at the Apple store for $9, but you don't want to be replacing these little adapters. You want to have one that works forever, right? So whatever, we're out of here with Apple. So instead, I wanted to check out the Kanex Lightning 3.5mm headphone jack adapter. So they sent me one. Now, first thing I want to note is on the box, it says that it's a 6-inch cable. So we'll see how that plays out. But the cable itself is actually pretty nice, except here's what happened. They sent me a smaller version of that. So I don't really understand what the deal is here, but I thought, you know, let's actually measure it. So I have a handy ruler here. And when we put it on the end of the ruler, it is 4.5 inches long. So it's not 6 inches long. Then again, it's not 3 inches long. So it's somewhere in the middle there. But it is, in fact, perfectly long enough for the task at hand. And it's a really nice cable. They did a really much nicer job than Apple did. Sorry, Apple. But it's a DuraBraid nylon fiber cable and reinforced connectors and an aluminum housing. And it is indeed Mfi certified. And so Mfi means made for iPhone, used to mean made for iPod. But what that means is that somewhere in this end is a teeny tiny little chip that's an authenticator chip. So you'll plug this into any iPhone or actually any Lightning connector, anything like an iPad or something that's the same. And this will come up as a valid and legitimate, not fake or counterfeit product. So that makes it really nice. And of course, then once you plug it into your iPhone, and you'll notice that my case is friendly for this. So once it's plugged in, now I can plug in anything I want, and I have a cable that's going to be actually able to survive the experience of being used for months or potentially years. So this makes it super easy, right? And then you can, of course, do something like I can plug in my wonderful Biodynamic Amarons. These are some real nice headphones, and now I can listen to them again finally with my iPhone, which is something I haven't been able to do for a really long time. So having one of these adapters is really nice. But again, there's a whole sort of economics piece here which is a little weird, because number one, why don't they just include the darn adapter? I mean, not adapter, why don't they just include the actual jack on the phone? I mean, come on, guys. You know, I know this is the long history of Apple making decisions for us and forcing us to move forward, but I don't really always want Bluetooth all the time. I like being able to plug things in. So then you have to have the adapter, and you know what? Their adapter's not very good. We already looked at that. So third parties. Now, here's the economic piece. So actually, no, before we get to the cost and all the economics, let me ask if you can move that cursor down and click on that subscribe button. Really appreciate when you do that. And leave me a comment. Let me know, do you just listen to Bluetooth and that's it with your iPhone and you never plug anything in? Or if that's not the case, how do you deal with having stuff that you plug in when you don't have an AUX or 3.5mm jack on the phone itself? Yeah, it's a pain. Okay, now back to this. So the Apple unit is, well, one comes with your phone, and then they're $9 to replace them at the Apple store. But, you know, you're sort of kind of getting what you pay for, unusually so with Apple. So the Kanex, or Kanex, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, but this is a pretty spendy. The Kanex Lightning 3.5mm headphone jack adapter is $24.95 at Kanex.com. So that is multiples of the price. But Again, I feel like they've done such a nice job with the build quality on this that this is going to be the one adapter you'll buy and you'll never have to replace it. So if this is something you worry about, and if you just look at that little Apple adapter and you just grit your teeth at just how flimsy it is, then here's your solution. This is nice and simple, and you know, is it 6 inches long? No, I don't really understand. And even the packaging was clearly designed for a longer product than what they shipped. You can see when I put it in that there's all this space up here. It's very strange. My guess is that the manufacturing team made this to be exactly the same dimensions as the Apple product, while the packaging team said, well, 6 inches is probably the length we're going to go for, so we'll just mark it at 6 inches. So if you can get over that piece, then I will tell you everything else is good, and this is actually a really cool product. So I say, if this is a problem that you're aware of, then this might be an elegant solution for you. And with that, I will catch you in my next video.